Hello, 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 and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. We're going to read through these text messages where Nesto is buttering up Shirley, and he keeps mentioning Steve Harvey. And then I'm going to release some calls with Laverte, Nesto's oldest daughter, and Nesto from 2023 around the same time. The last set that I read from 423 to 428 were a lot. Sonya is big time goo goo gaga over Ernesto, and she really thinks going to the extreme of moving from Florida to Georgia and putting money on this man's calls and whatever else she thinks she's doing is going to guarantee that he is hers. Matter of fact, she says in the text messages that she stole him, or I think she said, I stole you, Nesto doesn't confirm any of this stuff. He's just saying what he needs to say to keep her satisfied so she can keep doing what he wants her to do. And we know that game. Sonya's playing a game too, but her heart is in it. Nesto's heart is not in it at all. So anyway, let's continue. Sonya to Ernest. Until you give a clear, straight response as to what your end game is, I'm going to assume by your actions you're playing it safe. I see from what you do say that we are just great friends. Well, Sonya, y'all might not even be that. That we'll be friends forever. That's cool if that's how you feel. I came in with the intentions of us just being friends. I'm not going to expect you to leave your situation if that is where you want to be. Respect. I just need to let go of any expectations past friends. I'm not mad or upset about it. I never thought this would go anywhere too serious when we met. And I thank you because I thought for the longest I'm good on serious relationships. But I actually want one now, and I will free myself from the idea of us being more than friends. No pressure. Smile, in parentheses. I will still be here for you. I just need to get over being in love and just have love for you. Feeling this way will only be an issue. I'm not promised to see 80 years old, and you know time is valuable. I don't want to share. I don't want to play games. I'm so focused on my short future. Short, no pun intended. And this world is going in a bad direction. We are not going to have this conversation again. I have my answer. We are solid. I'll be your friend always. Call me at 8 p.m. Later. And at that point, Nesto probably said in his mind, this heifer ain't cut out for this. She ain't cut out for this, because how are you going to force his hand? And the only way he can communicate to you his feelings is through text or through phone call that everybody's going to hear. But they don't know for sure that the world is going to hear, but they know some people are going to hear. And do they know already that, I think they know already that someone was listening to the calls and said that he was trying to skip town. That's why his bum was all messed up. Okay, Sonya. All right. She not cut out for it. I mean, who wants to be cut out for this? But she's not. Ernest to Shirley. Good afternoon, Mrs. Williams. In regards to last night, I knew that God instilled so much anointing into you and that your calling was so much greater to the point that even Steve still had to hit you up for daily quotes. Even he cannot deny your position in God. So when I asked God to bring me an extraordinary and virtuous woman, he placed you in my life. A woman with grace, balance, and elegance. That I have never had and at first didn't understand. I would never regret our years of marriage. In fact, I would do it all over again. I've never bowed down to no human being, but it is the God in you and the fact that God himself speaks through you that makes me submit to his presence like a young child. Let's take a little pause because he's off on one of his soliloquies again. So instead of him pacifying Sonya with just a little bit more to get her through the day or through the night, he's going to use all of his tablet time to blow smoke up Shirley's butt. And he keeps mentioning Steve Harvey. Dude, will you stop sucking CLCK? Sorry, I don't mean to be crass for those that have sensitive ears. But, I mean, God dog, if Steve pulled it out, he'd be right there waiting. My God. It's a blessing as well that the same three men who stayed with us in our coastal luxury homes in their time of hardship are now the same three men who are there for us in our own hardship. Who is he talking about? I've seen so many that you have helped and watched them all fall by the wayside. Wayside, Nesto. It's the unknown people that show up in your life that give the encouragement that you need in your life, just like Tasha. It took you 10 years to bring her back into your life to give you and I confirmation. Now, this does sound familiar, but I didn't read it. She gave you confirmation on how toxic her boyfriend was, and she gave me confirmation that I was right on my judgment of his character as a man. If I hadn't have stood my ground, I would have never seen that truth come out. God never give us nothing that we can't handle. Why Nesto think he's just, this perfect judge of character? You're going to always think the worst in people when you are the worst. And I mean, broken clock is always right, twice a day? So you say it enough, eventually you might be right. All relationships don't work out, Nesto. That does not mean you are prophesizing or you are a Dr. Phil or a Yanla. I mean, we're not patting you on the back. So let's move on and stop talking all these people business in these text messages. These three men, he talking about helping them out right now, and he's talking about luxury apartments. Goodbye, Nesto. All right, but he keeps going with his soliloquy. Anything he allow us to go through is for the sole purpose of growth and given to us because we are strong enough to withstand the pressure. When we first moved to LA, I would always stress that he didn't have to move out the house. For one, I don't intentionally tarnish another man's character or lifestyle. And I was going off the strength of your judgment of his situation. But later in our marriage, I learned to study your character ability, that you despise drama or conflict. Once people learn your character, they will try to use it against you. That's where my ability kicked in that you needed. The street insight. These past 6 months, I was angry at God, but I realized when I was in Dallas last year, an older woman walked up on me out of nowhere at an RV convention. I wouldn't read past that because I'll be wondering why in the hell are you at an RV convention? I mean, we know why he is, but I mean, ain't that just the strangest, weirdest stuff? I'm sorry, because I know some people are into RVs, but that's not something most people will do. It's not normal. I'm not saying it's not normal as in something's wrong with it. I'm saying it's not something you hear every day. And so there has to be a reason why Nesto is going to freaking RV conventions. And he has a wife who probably could care less about an RV. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you there? Oh, Lord. This man is just despicable. Okay, so the woman told him I'd be facing some challenges before I turned 60. I didn't understand what she meant, but now I can see it after 10 months of incarceration. I had to be stripped down to then be rebuilt mentally. God had to restore my mind and my heart as well. He has showed up for me so many times. It's unexplainable and almost unreal. You have always supported me from day one through the good and the bad of all my endeavors, whether it worked or didn't work. To be a part of the billionaire club, you have to have several businesses fail to then have found that one. I've already mastered my marriage. I wish Shirley would respond and say, I don't have any money. Ernest to Shirley, same date. No matter what the situation was, nothing could tarnish your way of thinking, no matter how people presented themselves or whatever ammunition they had. Everything I've told you, I done. I accomplished except for NASCAR and 100 different properties. I worked very hard to maintain my brand I guess his brand is in. I remember when you and I were at Tyler Perry's party and what Magic Johnson told me. Oh God. Magic probably left that party $1 million lighter. The convo we had was worth billions. He told me that it's all about the money and not the color. 34 years ago, I was watching this man in a caged TV announcing he had, why I gotta be a caged TV? Announcing he had HIV. This man had to figure out in 34 years how he was going to have another source of income to make him a billionaire. And all to be a young man then and now being older and to have had him drop such a jewel into my lap for free is a blessing. When my Jew friend Steve, who introduced me to the yacht game, and in time, I met Denzel Washington. That's why I'm going back in my past to tell you how I want him in my biopic. Nesto, goodbye. If you remember, I stayed with them for 2 days, soaking up free game. Nesto, soaking up free game, free food, free ladies, free money because you probably was robbing them blind. And just free clout. Free clout. They treated me like I was already a part of their world. One thing I pride myself is that when I was young, I told myself I never wanted to be an old fool with the cigars hanging out my mouth. Well, you don't need a cigar to be an old fool. I've learned by keeping those characteristics not to teach young people pointless things and give false gain. That's why older guys were attracted to my spirit. I just realized what you put out is what you get back, and it come from anywhere. Nesto, those people probably liked you because you didn't open your mouth. Now, if you would open your mouth, they probably would have booted you. Ernest to Shirley. I remember when Charlie Wilson came to my business next to the Shepherd Center, and he was in my chair while I was cutting his hair and robbing him blind. He was so humble, giving me a piece of this story and the things he overcame. Now he's 70 years old and still dancing like a king after multiple surgeries. The same thing Denzel was telling me about his wife was the same thing Charlie was telling me 10 years prior. That's the power that a woman in your life holds. You didn't learn or pick up on anything from them. Nothing. That is the foundation of power. One thing they told me is if a woman builds you up and refuses to try and tear you down, then you need to stick with her. That's one thing I have to applaud you for, and that's the fact that you have never tried to strip me of my manhood. You can't strip nothing that's already bare. Instead, whatever you couldn't get through to me, you gave it to God. No, she just didn't give a crap. Ernest to Shirley, I love you. Have a good day. Shirley to Nesto. A little paragraph. I love you too, honey. Thank you. See you soon. He went on a little farther and bowed with his face to the ground, praying, my Father, if it is possible, let this cup of suffering be taken away from me. Yet I want your will to be done, not mine. Matthew 26:39. Amen. Anybody get an idea that Shirley don't have time to be typing nor reading this ninja text? Maybe he's just documenting it for his book. All right, Sonya. Here she go. I sent 5 pics. That's all you good for. That's all he wants you for, girl. That's all he wants you for. You the pick girl. You the pick girl. Sonya, 429. Good morning. I didn't hear from you last night. No missed calls. Hope all is well. Sonya, 4:30. Good morning, handsome. I see I missed your call. Ringer still off from funeral. Still in bed. It's raining. A lazy day. I may do some packing. I thought of some ideas for that spot I want in Atlanta. Looking forward to next chapter. I see great things. Shirley to Ernest. Hello, sweetheart. How are you today? Ernest to Shirley. I'm okay. I will call you today. To how you doing? I love you. Ernest to Shirley. See how you doing. Oh, okay. He's meant I will call you today to see how you're doing. This is 5-1. 5-1. Sonya to Ernest. Excitement. This is the last week. The move. I took all of your pictures down to help me pull back emotionally. It has worked. Psycho. If I don't see you and I have focused on moving on, I feel better, like a weight off of me. I'm good. After I posted this picture, I've been getting a lot of unwanted attention. Ugh. Anyway, thank you for being my friend. Oh, Lord. Anybody feel sorry for Sonya? All right, Sonya to Nesto. 6 pics I sent earlier are still pending. Sonya to Nesto, all approved. Ernest to Sonya. It's something from 4:30. Me too. Have a greater day. I love you. Something from 4:29. You. Nesto says you, and then he says, good morning. You have a good day. I love day. This to Sonya. All right, Sonya to Ernesto, 5-1. Your brother called. Please call him. He has it set up to take your calls. Sonya to Nesto, 5-2. What are you doing? Can't wait to see you. I will set a visit for next Tuesday. I will make a point to see you every Sunday. She's a dedicated shloa. Ernest, I want to thank you for being here for me. You are a very focused lady. Thanks for loving as your best friend. I love you. Have a good night. See? So there's your confirmation, Sonya. There's your confirmation. He wants to be your best friend. Will she fully accept that? Heck no. She put the words out there, so it is what it is. So then Psycho Sonya comes back and says, we are connected for life. I will always be your friend. I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho. Don't she sound like Chucky? The doll Chucky, ain't that what she sound like? I'm your friend to the end. Then she says, I got you, boo. Have a good night. Girl, it would have been okay if you just would have took a step back, canceled all the move plans, stop reaching out, let that man deal with his wife, and this situation for everybody might have turned out differently. But no. Sonya to Ernest. Hey, 5-3. Tomas' ticket is bought. He's coming Friday night. Sonya to Ernest, 5-4. Notice he hadn't responded. You see the RV garage on that house? My head wants to hurt, it seems. No stressing. I guess I just want Tuesday to come fast. Missing you like always. Here's the thing. She's quoting him for some reason. She said, and y'all know how he says it. Here's the thing. LOL. Later. Ernest to Sonya. Okay, I'm hoping you feel good, Day. I love you. Sonya. I love you. Sonya. Get out of there. This is crazy. Okay, she wants him out of jail again, y'all. Ernest, you getting better? That was to Sonya. Ernest to Shirley. How are you doing, love? Shirley says, I'm doing fine, love. Thank you. I walked today and thought about what you said. You said you can beat me walking now. That was funny. Ah! Maybe you can now because I've been off for a while. I have to keep up my pace and keep walking. I've been doing about 3 miles a day now. That's good. The park is far, but I really like it. I have to get some earbuds so I can listen to music while I walk. What do y'all think Shirley listens to? Put it in the comments. What does Shirley listen to when she's walking? Dion got a flat tire in the truck. Dun dun dun. Bad news, Dion. He ran over a pothole. Well, that's what happens when you driving something that don't belong to you. Didn't y'all parents always tell y'all that? My daddy used to always tell me that. Whenever you see somebody driving crazy, they're driving something that does not belong to them. And Dion hits the biggest pothole in Atlanta and gets a flat tire. But Shirley, misunderstanding Shirley, says, the streets are so bad here. I'm fine. I love you. I hope to see you soon, God willing. In his time, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13, God is love. Ernest to Sonya, 2017-2018, Bentley Mulsanne, back on back. Sonya, okay, I'm good. I spoke to you. See you soon. Sonya, good morning, handsome man. It's Friday. Going crazy. Call me. That's 5-5. And Shirley, who made a typo in her last text, had to correct it. I didn't even point it out. Through. She spelled through wrong. Sonya, 5-5. Nesto. Ernest, 5-5. Good night. I love you. Oh, this is to Sonya. Good night. I love you. Don't forget it. Or else. Oh, I'm sorry. He said, I really, really miss you so very much. Have good night. I love you. Don't forget it. Or else. What's the point of saying I love you if y'all just besties? I mean, anybody tell their bestie they love them every time they communicate? I know some of y'all do, but I mean, it's rare. It's rare that you would do that. All right, I might have to go, y'all, because I think the baby's waking up. Let me see. All right, the coast is clear. However, I don't want to press my luck too much. So I'm going to read for just a few more seconds and then wrap this one up. So Ernest finally tells Sonya that he misses her and loves her, puts a little cherry on top to get her through the day. So Sonya says, I know, I'm waiting, focused on the future. I love you. You are my heart. I miss you more. Call me by 9 a.m. Girl, he's in jail. Sonya, miss you, love. Almost done. Yay. That's 5-6. And then 5-7, Shirley says to Nesto, hi, sweetheart. How are you today? Your daughter just texted me. She asked me to ask you to call her. She says she hasn't heard from you in months, so please call her when you can. I'm sure that will make her day. I love you. And y'all stay tuned. I'll be releasing those Laverte calls. So Laverte reaches out to Shirley to get in contact with her dad. And then Nasty Nesto has silly Sonya reaching out to her, on, well, I don't know how many occasions, but I mean, it's just awkward. It's just awkward and just, it just makes you feel icky, Ugh. Do y'all know that feeling? Like when you put in a situation where somebody you talk to or know or are related to is cheating on somebody else you know and care about, and you got to be in the middle of that, it just gives you that feeling. Oh Lord, but anyway, I'll stop there at 5-7. A special thanks to all my subscribers. I do have a lot of returning viewers that I am sure are not subscribed. So please make sure you hit that subscription button and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. Love y'all. Bye.